Good morning, vlog. It is January 12th, 11:54 a.m. It's another day, and I have another design to draw. So today, I'll try to insert a photo maybe. My client wanted like this moon with these stars and a flower. I realized when I was going to start like figuring out what I wanted to draw the other day, I had to text her and I was like, wait, we didn't talk about like, because she also decided she wanted a sword going through the middle of it. I was like, we didn't talk about like what you want the sword to look like what you want to include on the handle, which kind of flower you want. Because she drew a flower and it kind of looked like a sunflower. But then when I spoke to her, I think she actually said she wanted a chrysanthemum or something like that. Hold on. Also, I don't know if it's just me, but my Venue ink always like logs me out. It's so weird. I have to log back in. Yeah, chrysanthemum. So, and this was like the hilt that she was interested in. So I'm like, good thing I asked because I definitely wouldn't have drawn that. Not that I don't think she would have liked what I would have come up with, but I was like, wait, like if this is a custom design, I actually need her to give me more details. So that's what I'm going to be working on today. Also, yesterday, I don't have any footage. My partner and I put together these shelves, these IKEA shelves. My mom got them off of Facebook Marketplace, so I didn't have to buy them brand new, thank the Lord. Get in the closet. Oh. These IKEA shelves. Can you see them? There's like what is it? 16 squares. So yeah, literally all of this area on the floor was covered in clothes, and now it's empty. It's empty. It's empty. I mean, we have some more furniture and stuff over there that we have to move around, but my girlfriend got me a stripper pole for Christmas. I've been wanting one for a while, mostly because I think it would be like good exercise and fun. And I already like listening to music, so it's something I could do while I listen to music and work out. And I got a gym membership this year because I also just want to take my health and like being active more seriously. Especially as a tattoo artist, I feel like it's really important that I keep moving my body because I'm like super stationary for so many hours. Anywho, this is what I have left of clothes to put away. Those are all clean clothes, but they don't fit in my dresser. So I didn't fill up all of the shelves in the interest room. That's what we're calling it because we literally have so many of our hobbies in there. So I need to go through my dresser, probably get rid of some things, but also move some things to those cubes over there, put those clothes away, draw this tattoo design, probably upload the footage from the last video I filmed, start editing that, and that's pretty much my plan for today because tomorrow I have a tattoo and well, it's this tattoo that I'm drawing. Honestly, whenever I tattoo, I don't feel like doing anything before or after. So yeah, I'm just today's gonna be a bit of a busy day. I was gonna go to the gym, but then that time of the month started and I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna go to the gym today, but I do still have a bunch of stuff that I could get done at home. So, which reminds me, I need to pull out something for dinner. There's there's still a lot going on in this saga of my life. Oh, also, because I was fired, gotta run it back. I have to do my unemployment stuff. Paperwork, paperwork, paperwork. But now that I'm taking tattooing seriously, not that I wasn't doing that before, but in the sense that I mean, which is that I am making this my full-time job, whereas before it was my part-time, then I lost my job, if you haven't been here. And now that I've lost my job, I'm like, okay, clearly that means that it's time now to make tattooing my full-time job. I wanted to wait till I made a certain amount of money. And you know what they say, you plan and God laughs. So I feel like I was like, yeah, once I hit a certain amount of money, then I can leave my day job and boom, I'll start tattooing. And they were like, well, now you don't have your day job and now tattooing is all you have. So what are you going to do? Well, me being the person I am, I'm going to make it work. I don't have the desire to have another job. I've been a nanny, a babysitter, a dog walker, a barista, a waitress, a hostess, a teacher. a scientist. Like I've done a bunch of jobs that I already didn't like, and just I'm still applying for jobs, obviously, because that's one of the parts of unemployment. And, if I do randomly get a job, that would be nice. But it's the middle of the school year, so the only positions that are really available are sub positions anyway. So even if I do get a position, it still probably would not be a full-time position. And that's fine because, like I said, I'm focused on making tattooing my full-time job. I didn't get this business license for nothing. So first things first, I'm going to do this tattoo design. Which reminds me, the other issue that I have is that I need a new iPad. This iPad is like probably from 2016, so it literally has 32 gigabytes of storage. And as a tattoo artist, that's literally like a no-go for me. I'm constantly drawing and constantly having a bunch of stuff on my iPad. So just lots of things. I mean, obviously I have bills that need to be paid, but just keeping all of that in mind, I have a lot of things that I'm working on. And you guys are all going to be there as I get my life together. I don't know that I'm making this a series. I don't even know what this series would be called, unemployed series, but I am employed because I have my own business. I guess I can make those dramatic titles. Quitting even though I didn't quit. Leaving, I don't know. My full-time job to pursue tattooing full-time. I don't know. People always use those clickbait titles. But the truth is, that's what's kind of happening right now. I'm trying to make this my full-time job in the sense that I want it to make me full-time money. So we've got some things we've got to get done. And I feel like, I was already like posting content pretty much every day. I was still tattooing as much as my schedule allowed. And yeah, with that in mind, here I am now. And I'm not really doing much different than what I was doing before. It's just that I have more availability. So I'm trying to, I guess, make content even more frequently. But I was already posting every day. But I'm focusing now on my long form content. Because I haven't uploaded in like a month. But that's because December was a crazy month, which I said in the last video. So yeah, I don't know. You guys are here to watch me get my life together. And hopefully in a couple of months, a couple of days, tomorrow, I will be in a better place. And I'm really excited to see how I can get this ball rolling, how I can get this journey going, because it's not easy being an entrepreneur, but I know that it's possible to make good money in tattoo, full-time money, and that's what I want to walk towards, Not to get all sad and mopey or whatever. I don't even know what I'm trying to describe this as, but like when I left grad school, I decided that I wanted to take a bet on myself, and I had no idea where I was going to end up and what I was going to end up doing. And I did end up drawing a lot, and I ended up having my apprenticeship, and then I ended up having my own studio, and here I am. And if just this time last year I was in my apprenticeship and now a year later I have my own private studio, and now suddenly this is my full-time job, a year from now, I don't see why I couldn't even be closer to where I want to be. Actually, I feel like it's undoubtedly that I would be closer to where I want to be. So yeah, I'm just documenting my journey, and I hope that it provides some type of hope for other people that like time will pass regardless. So you should keep doing what you want to do and keep building in the direction that you want to build in, and you will achieve your goal eventually. And it's so funny because they always say you're living in your manifestations from like last year or previously or whatever. And that's how I feel. I feel like I'm always going on to the next manifestation, that sometimes it's hard for me to recognize that I'm in the place that I wanted to be in. So even though it felt very upsetting to lose my job, I was also like, okay, but I did want to be a full-time tattoo artist. God made it happen in a way that I had not expected, but here I am. And so if I had told myself last year when I was in my apprenticeship that I, a year later, would have my own studio and would be tattooing full time, I would not have believed that, even though that's probably what I wanted in my heart of hearts. Like, not because I was like pressed to move this process along faster or as fast as it did, but in the sense that eventually when I saw myself outside of my apprenticeship, eventually I did want to have my own studio. Eventually I did want to have my own business. Eventually I did want to be my own boss. And I feel like the thing that I'm dealing with is that things are happening at a different timeline than I thought, and in different ways than I thought they would. So I'm just going with the flow. That's the best thing I can do, is go with the flow. The other thing that I need to do is make a new flash sheet, because I actually got the materials to do stick and poke tattoos, and I want to make a stick and poke flash. So, and it's so funny. Before I lost my job is when I got that stick and poke stuff. It was like literally like 2 a.m. randomly one night, and I was like, I want to do stick and poke tattoos, and I like on a whim ordered the stuff online, and it like arrived a few days later. It actually arrived before I left for my trip to Puerto Rico, and on my trip to Puerto Rico is when I got fired. So I feel like God was sending me signs to focus on tattooing already, and clearly I was already headed in the direction. I have a lot of ideas for my business, and I feel like now I just have the time to implement them. I'm just like balancing the emotional aspect of losing my job and the tiredness of like having had that job and working tattoo, to now trying to get my energy up, but also shift gears and focus completely on tattooing and making that my full-time job. Like, there's a lot of things going on in this head. So let me just go ahead and get this drawing done. Hold on. I said I was going to insert a photo, but this is the photo that she sent me that she drew. And instead of those stars, she wants a sword going through the middle. So that's what we're going to do. And then, like I said, she wants a chrysanthemum. So I've got a lot of elements to add. And I'll probably just import the time-lapse thing again. Yeah, because I don't, I can't screen record. I don't even think I could have the storage for that, like I said. But I will see y'all in a bit. Of course, because of who I am, I came up with multiple designs. So here's one. Here's another one. And here's another one. Now, she did want the flower, so I do have the flower. But I felt like the only way for this like to work anatomically was for the moon to face the other way. So I don't know if it's a good problem or a bad problem, but pretty much like every time I go to draw a tattoo design, I get ideas while I'm doing the tattoo design, which is why I end up with like multiple different kinds of rendering for the design. And honestly, I could even take it further, but I'm trying to stay within her budget, obviously. So, staying within her budget, these are her options. We could just do it going through the moon with the star. We could add like the stippling to the moon and it's going through, or she can have the flower. And with the flower, it just means like there's less detail on the moon because the moon is kind of like behind the flower. She'll probably pick the one with the flower. I don't know. But yeah, those are the designs that I came up with. I'm sure she'll like at least one of them. And I'm just going to go ahead and send those over to her now. And we'll see which one she picks. I think they're all pretty cool. She wants it going down the middle of her back. So it's supposed to be like 7 to 8 inches. But I think we said it was going to be 350. So that's why I'm not like going crazy with the details and the design and the shading. I try to keep my client stuff within the budget that they want to be in, but that obviously limits like how far I'm going to push the tattoo details. If this was the same tattoo, same size, but say an $800 budget, then I would put more detail into the moon. I would put more detail into the flower. I would put more detail into the sword. Oh my gosh. I don't know why my nose keeps running today. Anyway, the point is that depending on the budget, that changes the level of detail I'm going to go into, because if I have an hourly rate and I'm going to say this is going to take blank amount of hours, then the more detail I add or the larger it is or whatever, that's going to add more time to it. So, yeah. And this is really just if anyone is like curious about like how pricing happens. I feel like people get confused about where my prices come from sometimes, and I don't mean like you guys, I mean like my clients. They're like, "Whoa, I wasn't expecting to be that much." And I'm like, "How much do you think half a sleeve is? How much do you think a quarter sleeve is? How long do you think that's going to take? Like, you're going to send me the most detailed butterfly. This is just an example, and you want that to be $100 tattoo. I can make $100 butterfly tattoo, but it's not going to be hyper realism fine line. So I don't know. Go find somebody else to do that. I just sent her the different designs I came up with. We'll see which one she picks. She asked to remove the star. So if I remove the star, this was, wait, this is what it looked like with the star. So yeah, I don't mind removing that star. Less black work. So we'll see which one she likes. Yeah, she said she liked it better without the star or without the flower. So I took away the star and left the flower. And if she doesn't like either of those, then I guess she'll do the design with the star and not the flower. So it'll be the sun, the moon, and the star, or the sun, the moon, and the flower, pretty much. Which either are fine. And I mean, I've been wanting to tattoo a chrysanthemum for a while, so this wasn't the tattoo I expected it to be on, but I don't mind doing it because, like I said, I've been wanting to do one. There's already one that I've drawn in my portfolio, but I'd love to have one tattooed in my portfolio. It's now 1:51, so that already took a lot out of me. I don't even remember when I started the drawing. Let me see. The problem with when I make like all those different versions is that it makes it more difficult to figure out how long I actually took. Yeah, because like according to this took me 25 minutes. I know it didn't take me 25 minutes. Maybe that one took me 25 minutes. But because I kept like adding and changing and doing all these other ones. So let's see. This one said it was 42 minutes. So I would say, I forget when I started this. It was like 11 something, about to be noon. So this took at least 2 hours. Hopefully she picks one of those designs. She likes it. Boom. We're all set for tomorrow. It's about to be 2 and I still haven't eaten, so I feel like I should probably eat. The problem that I have, and I don't know if it's just me, is that after I eat, I get like tired and I feel more slowed down. It's almost like I have more energy to get stuff done, especially like as soon as I wake up. And then once I'm done with everything, it's easier for me to eat because then I can like relax. So I'm like, do I do this laundry stuff now or do I eat? And I know the answer is eat because otherwise it will be dinner time eventually, with it about to be 2. And I still need to pull something out for dinner anyway. And I have leftover tacos, so I don't have to make anything. I just have to heat those up. So I'm gonna eat. And then I'm gonna tackle this laundry. I don't know why I randomly have a runny nose. I really hope that this is like a temporary thing. I guess I'm gonna take some cold medicine today. I don't feel like I have a cold. I don't know if it's allergies or what, because I do have seasonal allergies. But yeah, so I don't know that I'm gonna get to editing that vlog today. I probably will upload the footage, but I don't know that I'm gonna get to editing it because my motivation goes down as the sun goes down. So I did the flash drawing. I don't think I'm gonna work on my flash for my stick and poke. I might, because I stay up late, so that's something I can do still late at night. But I definitely want to get the laundry done because I just feel like I'll feel better with a clear space and mind. And eventually, I want to put up my stripper pole, so that'd be cool if I can do that this week. I really want to, but I don't know if I'll get to because, like I said, there's like other furniture in there that we need to like move around and move probably to like the basement and stuff. I hate when I have a runny nose, and it just makes me feel like I have to like stop talking every 5 seconds to like get rid of my snot. The dreaded laundry. The problem is, and I say this lightly, that all of my clothes are washed at the same time because I did like 6 loads of laundry. So, yeah, having all of my clothes clean at the same time and they all don't have a place to go. So I just am feeling frustrated and I'm lacking motivation. But I really do want to get this done because I don't want to just keep looking at this pile of clothes. So let me just go ahead and start it at least. Maybe separating it, that'll help. Okay, so also I forgot that I thrifted these. I got them at a flea market. They're super cute, right? They broke the first day that I wore them. Now, they were only $40. Not that that's like cheap, but I mean like for platform vintage leather sandals with a cute little sun design. I felt like that was a fair price, but I was pretty upset that they broke like immediately. But I got this premium E6000, so other people may be like, no, that's a terrible mistake. I already tried to use rubber cement, so I've already made a mistake. Back up, Clove. My cat is trying to walk over here, but she has cerebellum hydroplasia, and she will start knocking over everything that I own. Oh! Almost fell right on the camera as I said that. So that's something that needs to be hung up. That's something that needs to be hung up. Yeah, I don't have much to talk about, guys. This needs to be hung up. This isn't even mine. That's my girlfriend's. This can be folded. Although I could also hang this up, so I'm just going to. This is folded. Yeah, I'm forcing myself to do tasks. Is that anyone? Like, sometimes I'm like, oh, I don't have any motivation. And I'm the type of person that forces myself to do things that I don't want to do because I know I want them done. And I just try to ignore that feeling because it's all well and dandy that I feel like I don't want to do this task, but it still has to get done. So it's more like, oh yeah, I hear you, brain, saying you don't feel like it. That's real. It's still got to get done. So, yeah. I don't have much to say beyond that. I'm just going to at least fold all of these so it's not just a wild pile of clothes. And I think that once they're folded, that will help give me some motivation to, put them away. Step 1, fold. I feel like folding is the most annoying part. I've heavily considered, like, if I just, what's it called? Hung up all of my clothes instead of folding. That would be a lot of things in my closet though. But in a way, I feel like wouldn't it be easier to see all of your clothes if they were hung up? But like, how do you hang up some things, like random things that I have? I'm like, I don't know how I would be able to hang that up. Those are pillowcases, like pajama shorts. You can't hang that up. That's got to be folded. And I mean, I guess I could still have like a bin for those things, but point is, I got a lot to do. Also, all of my socks. All of my socks. That's the other annoying task, is that I have to pair off all of my socks. And because my partner and I wash our clothes together, I feel like a lot of this stuff gets mixed up. And I'm like, is this yours? Is this mine? And we have some of the same things too. So that doesn't always help. Luckily, we're not always buying things in the same size, so sometimes we're able to identify it by that. But like, how are her random Under Armour socks getting in with my stuff? I could have swore that I separated these things. This is like my unwarranted FaceTime call. I don't know if anybody else like talks to their friends to get tasks done, but where's that file? Okay. I feel like when I'm filming and doing things, that's like pretty much the same thing. I'm on FaceTime with you guys, except you guys can't really respond. I mean, you can respond in the comments. Feel free to. But yeah, this is the side of being a tattoo artist no one talks about. The regular stuff. I'm still a regular person. I still have laundry and dishes and have to cook and have to exercise if I want to be a healthy and mobile and flexible individual. So, yeah. I feel like lately I haven't been like sure what this should have been on that other shelf. I haven't been sure what I want to like make content about lately because obviously like on my TikTok I'm mostly just taking videos of me tattooing and posting the tattoos that I've done. But I want my YouTube channel to be a bit more than that. Like, what do y'all want to see? I feel like I pretty much just post whatever it is that I'm doing, just my regular life. So it's like, okay, y'all are watching me make myself a matcha. Y'all are watching me do the dishes. Y'all are watching me draw flash. Y'all are watching me tattoo. And I mean, like, I try to vlog random stuff about my life, but I'm like, is there like some tattoo content like people are dying for? I feel like when I wanted to become a tattoo artist and I was like looking up videos, I really just did want to see like day in your life videos of tattoo artists, but I still ended up mostly just being interested in the actual tattooing part. So I don't know, maybe that's all some of you guys are here for, but also some of you have been subscribed to me since before I was a tattoo artist. So I feel like, hopefully you're here for me and all this yapping. If we want to play a get to know each other type of situation, I am a pretty spiritual person, and obviously that I feel like wanes like and waxes. I guess that's the it goes in and out. Not because like my faith disappears, but I feel like I get kind of like caught up in the monotony, is that the right word? Or regular stuff about life. And then I dip out of my practice, and then I find myself feeling lost again, and then I get back to my spirituality and I'm like, oh yeah, this is what I'm supposed to be doing, so that way I don't feel lost. I don't know, it's just, is it just me? But it can be like hard, I feel like, to keep a daily practice at times. I don't know, maybe I'm just lazier than some other people, but it's like I know that I feel better when I'm like journaling and meditating and going on walks, but knowing those things doesn't always equal me doing those things, even though I should. And then when I do them and I feel better, I'm like, you're so silly. Why didn't you do that sooner or before things got this bad? But at the same time, I guess I'm just grateful that I keep returning to myself at the end of the day, and returning to God, source, the universe, whatever you talk to, pray to, believe in. So I guess that's the most important thing, as long as you keep coming back. These are just more socks. Okay, we've made a dent. Like all of this stuff is pajamas. I said pajamas, bathing suits. So I don't even need to fold this. This just goes in my bag of bathing suits. That's for there. This is my girlfriend's. Again, I'm not sure how her stuff keeps getting mixed in with mine. It seems like actually a lot of this pile was socks and pajamas. So that's why it was kind of annoying, because those things barely have any place to go. Okay. Pajamas, random crop top, my girlfriend's socks, more of my socks that need to be matched up. It's gotta be allergies, because I did not have a runny nose. I did not have a cough. Also, I've been sick like 2 or 3 times in the past 3 months, so I also just refuse to believe I'm getting sick again. Okay. Everything is sorted into piles, believe it or not. So now I just have to put this away, and then guess what, guys? I've actually completed the task. Well, I have to, well, I still have to pair up all of these socks, but besides that, this task is pretty much complete. Progress. See, if you start a task, you also will want to finish it. I feel like that's the other thing that I'm like, okay, I don't feel like doing it, but I know once I start doing it, I'm going to want to finish it. So now that I've folded up all my clothes, I'm ready to put them away. Whereas before I was just like, oh, well, at least if I just fold them, then that's one step closer. Well, now let's just finish the task. Man, pairing up socks gotta be one of the more annoying things. Where is my Haritos? I don't know where that other sock is. It's like, when did I even wear all these socks? I have a pretty cool sock collection, if I do say so myself, though. I don't think I have any types of socks that are the same. Like, all of them are pretty individual. Is that the right word? I think that's my girlfriend's sock. Okay. So I just have a random few socks that don't have a pair. As always. Is it just me, or every time I do laundry I lose all of my socks? So let me start putting these clothes away. And then we will have another task complete. I love productivity. Although I wish I didn't have to be productive. I would rather just lay in bed and do nothing, but then I feel guilty. All right, laundry done. Except, the hamper that keeps getting full. Now I'm gonna make the bed. Ta-da! Now my bed is made. Also, if you remember my old setup, I had my meditation pillow in this corner. I moved a bookshelf and stuff over there, so now my meditation pillow is over there. And now it's 2:36. I'm gonna crochet for the rest of the day. Oh wait, I forgot to put away my Goose Mouse blanket. But, yeah. I did laundry, I made the bed, I did my design for tomorrow, and I'm gonna upload the footage from the other day to my laptop. But now I'm just gonna eat, smoke, maybe if I'm feeling froggy, later work on my stick and poke flash. But other than that, I feel like I did enough today. I'm tired. I'm like thinking like, what am I gonna do next? Also, my blinds are still closed down here, so it's very dark. I just don't feel like doing anything else. I already forgot the other stuff that I listed to y'all that I said I was gonna do. Don't remember. I know I gotta pull something out for dinner. I guess we're having this Trader Joe's chicken teriyaki or teriyaki chicken. Yeah. We have a lot of other Korean food from like Bibigo, so I'm thinking just like a mashup of those things. Let me check on these tacos. No, that's my girlfriend's taco salad. Yes, my birria tacos and my consomme. Is it just me that's overwhelmed by the amount of cleaning that has to be done every single day and week so that way your house looks livable? Because I cleaned this kitchen probably at least 3 or 4 times last week, and I'm looking at it right now like, how'd that happen? I wasn't even here this weekend. I went to go visit my stepdad in Virginia. So But I guess I just got it messy before then. But I didn't even eat dinner here on Friday either. I just, like I said, I'm tired, guys. I don't remember the other stuff that I said that I was going to do today. It'll still get done this week. The editing, the vlog. I'm tattooing tomorrow, so probably not tomorrow, but Wednesday. Going to the gym, maybe Wednesday or Thursday. Yeah, like, I feel like I just immediately have brain fog. Like, yesterday we spent all day cleaning that other room and putting together those shelves and doing all that laundry, and I did more of that laundry today. So laundry done, tattoo design done. I'm about to eat. I feel like, is it just me? Is it just me? This is why I can't have a mental to-do list. I know that there are some other things that I need to do. I have like a written down to-do list. Meditate is one of them because clearly I need to. Journal is another one of them. But I've been journaling a lot more recently. Oh my gosh. This is going to kill me trying to remember what else I had to do today. I don't know. I think I might work on the flash later. But if I do the stick and poke flash, it's going to be like 4 or 5 designs. And I'm probably going to make them all like a flat rate, like 75 or 80 or 100. And I'll just put the prices on there because people love to ask how much they are and then not respond or disappear. I come back to my room and there's an animal that's not stuffed on my bed. Clove, what do you have to say? Anything? Oh, okay. I'm gonna smoke and eat, but I realize basically you guys are just watching me get my life together, which seems to be a constantly ongoing thing. Because is it really ever ending? Like, you want to work out, you want to eat healthy, you want to keep your house clean, you want to be up to par on work and like other random things that you have to do. Oh, I was looking for my phone. My phone is underneath the camera. But yeah, I don't know. I am trying to get my life together and trying not to be sad and trying not to have seasonal depression. I'm just trying. So yeah, stick around if you want to see what else is going on. I'm sorry if this vlog was a boring one because I really am not doing much but getting my life together. So yeah, I don't, my brain is malfunctioning now, so I don't know what I'm gonna do for the rest of the week. Like I said, I tried to list some of those things. I tried to like tell y'all what I'm gonna do, but I don't know if it's ADHD or whatever. My brain seems to have a hard time of keeping track of the things I'm going to do and how long these tasks take. And by the time I'm finished with that task, I don't feel like doing the other tasks. So I need to make like a more proper to-do list. Like, for example, I need to re-dye my hair. My roots are extremely grown out. The pink is extremely faded. So it was more like a magenta. Now it's like a cotton candy pink. That's something else I could do this week. I'm supposed to have a photo shoot on Friday. Never had one of those. So yeah, I have a lot going on this week, but I'm gonna keep filming, but I feel like I want to end this video here. I feel like I'd rather make multiple short videos than like one really long video. At least that's what I'm gonna try because I feel like when I film like a week worth, it's a lot of editing and stuff, and I feel like it's easier and faster for me to get these short videos out than it is for me to edit like a week worth of footage. But at the same time, I might not even listen to myself and end up filming or whatever. But point is, this was my Monday. Tomorrow I'm tattooing. We'll see what I get done tomorrow. I am going to continue to crochet this hat. Although it's already looking a little too large. Wait, no, it's fine. It's fine. I was about to say. So yeah. I'm gonna try to relax and enjoy the rest of my afternoon, the minimal amount of sunlight that's left. And that's part of the perk of being self-employed is that I can clock out when I want, but I also clock in when I want, which is why sometimes I end up drawing at like midnight and 1 a.m. So that's why I'm saying the flash could still get done, but that doesn't mean I'll film it. But if I do the flash, I will show y'all. So you guys can get a tattoo. I'm still yapping, so I'm gonna go. Bye.